Military Technologies Airshow China 2022 was held in Zhuhai City, Guangdong Province, China. It showcased China's military advancements in air, land, and sea. The newest fighter jets, stealth drones, new types of weapons and equipment, unmanned ships, tanks, all-terrain vehicles, and robots. Watch highlights in one video. Let's go! The 14th China International Aviation and Aerospace Exhibition gathered 740 local and international companies from 43 countries, both online and offline. More than 110 aircraft participated in live flight demonstrations and were displayed in a 100,000 square meter indoor exhibition area. Waidan Sui, a Chinese military expert, said the exhibition aims to show the unity and strength of China's armed forces and defense industry. The exhibition's real aim, foreign journalists believe, is to send a message, not secure contracts. One of the most interesting new items was a drone reportedly capable of flying at hypersonic speed. This is the brand-new wide-body MD-22 aircraft, developed by the CAS Institute of Mechanics and the Guangdong Aerodynamics Research Academy, GORA. It's a platform for testing hypersonic techs in near space. China is hastening its efforts to master hypersonic technology. A 10 by 4.5 meter drone, weighing 1 ton, can lift 3 tons of payload into the air, including fuel, with a 15% reserve for maximum overload. Its stated speed is Mach 7, or about 8,500 kilometers per hour. The drone's maximum range is 8,000 kilometers. The drone will be used for technical tests and scientific research alongside unmanned space shuttles. The MD-22 can take off autonomously or with rocket assistance. China North Industries Group Corporation Limited, or Norinco, presented its latest solutions for a modern combat system for a general-purpose army brigade. The plan reflects the newest integrated development of mechanization, informatization, and reconnaissance systems for the People's Liberation Army of China, or NOC, as well as progress in man-unmanned coordination and air-ground interaction. The next-generation Army Brigade Combat Group consists of a diverse range of units, including reconnaissance, tanks, motorized infantry, drones, air defense, combat support, logistics, and command elements. The VT-4A1 main battle tank, with its advanced features like active protection and drone integration, is a top product. Also featured were the SH-15 artillery system, the AR-3 rocket launcher, the Sky Dragon air defense complex, the HJ series smart munitions, and more. Also on Norinco's stage was a robot dog armed with a QBB-97 light machine gun, which can fire 650 rounds per minute from a prone position to reduce recoil. This isn't the first time we've seen the Kostrobotics robot dog with a 6.5mm Gripmore rifle at a US Military Tech Expo last year, and a Ninja robot dog with a grenade launcher at Army 2022. China showcased a machine gun-armed robot dog that can be dropped from a standard drone. The machine was equipped with a Chinese-made QBB-97 light machine gun. A Chinese robot dog with an automatic weapon system appeared at the exhibition, no surprise. Is this concept viable in real combat? Leave your thoughts in the comments and consider subscribing for more. The undisputed star of the exhibition was the 5th-generation stealth fighter J-20, which boasts greater maneuverability, range, and stealth than 4th-generation fighters from Japan, Taiwan, and, according to Chinese media, the United States. Fun fact: American experts, when justifying the end of production of the highly capable 5th-generation F-22A Lockheed Martin fighter in 2009, claimed that China, quote, would not have 5th-generation jets by 2020. China has also developed an electronic warfare version of the J-16 known as the J-16D. This variant debuted at the previous Zhuhai Airshow in 2021 and reappeared again this year. Andreas Ruprecht, an expert on China's military aviation, analyzed aircraft serial numbers to make a theoretical estimate. According to him, China has at least 200 stealth J-20 fighters and over 240 multirole J-16 strike aircraft in service. 4 J-20 and 11 J-16 production batches have been made. The expert also noted that detailed photos of the surfaces reveal how far China's aviation industry has advanced in terms of manufacturing precision and quality control. Chinese fighter jets are now using domestically developed engines instead of Russian ones. China's Aviation Corporation demonstrated the WS-10A engine with a two-dimensional thrust vectoring system, similar to the one used in the F-22A to enable supermaneuverability. Another major highlight was a full-scale model of China's crewed space station from the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation. The habitat module was part of a T-shaped structure with two science modules. Visitors were allowed inside the space station, where they could see Chinese astronauts eating noodles, beef, and rice dumplings. Among the exhibits was a prototype robot capable of removing space debris. The robotic platform launched into low Earth orbit by a Chinese space startup is expected to pave China's way toward both space debris cleanup and asteroid mining technologies. The Neo-01, developed and based in Nanjing by Origin Space Technology Company, which claims to be China's first firm focused on space resource utilization, was launched on a Long March 3 rocket in April 2021 for testing. The Global Times reported that the robot prototype completed a test using a large net to capture space debris and validated key operational stages, making the startup the first commercial company in the world to complete such an experiment. China has a space telescope to monitor orbital debris. Yanwang-1 was launched in June 2021 by Origin Space. The exhibition showcased new anti-drone systems, timely and relevant. Additionally, dozens of small vertical takeoff drones were presented, which could be used for reconnaissance or bombing troops, along with many new wheeled and tracked unmanned ground vehicles designed for combat and transport missions. The state-owned China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation, or CASIC, the country's largest producer of missiles and air defense systems, showcased its ZR-1500 early warning system. It can detect both aircraft and drones and is armed with short-range HQ-17I active anti-missile defense rockets. This year, a Chinese aerobatics team of 6 J-10 fighters also performed at the airshow. A big buzz was also caused by a large transport aircraft, the bulky Y-20 Chubby Girl, the largest military aircraft ever built in China. Although it entered PLA service in 2016, this year at Zhuhai saw the debut of a new variant, the Y-20 aerial refueling tanker, which can carry more than 100 tons of fuel and transfer 50 tons in midair to other aircraft, a new capability for the PLA Air Force. The tanker can refuel multiple fighter types such as the J-20, J-16, and J-10C, significantly enhancing the PLA Air Force's ability to perform long-range operations. The YU-20 has 2 refueling stations on the outer wings and 1 in the rear fuselage for hose and fuel transfer. China's State Aviation Corporation displayed its latest Wing Lun drone at a static exhibit. The Wing Lun 3 is a very large turboprop UAV weighing 6 tons with a 40-hour flight endurance for blockade or strike missions. That's almost 3 times more than the American General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper, which the Wing Lun 3 resembles. Also at the show was the SLC-18 Space Target Surveillance Radar from China Electronics Technology Group, notable for its 10-meter height. It can closely monitor reconnaissance satellites in low Earth orbit. Another aerospace giant, China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, demonstrated its CH and FH drone series, including the stealthy CH-7. At sea, China State Shipbuilding Corporation presented a wide range of military ships for export, from the 60-meter Swordfish missile boat to 1,000 and 2,000-ton class corvettes, then 4,000-ton frigates, and finally a 6,000-ton minesweeper. Another relatively new domestic favorite this year was the Z-20 Divine Eagle attack helicopter, which entered service in 2019 and is manufactured by Harbin Aircraft Industry, a subsidiary of China Aviation Industry Corporation. Top UAVs included the latest version of the Wing Lun 1E drone, which made its first flight in January 2022 and has higher payload than earlier models. The FH-97A drone, which resembles a modern fighter jet. Developed by China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, it's a loyal wingman drone that supports manned aircraft with reconnaissance and firepower. And finally, the Sea Thunderbolt, an unmanned surface vessel for naval use, produced by China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation. The Sea Thunderbolt is 22 meters long and can be manned or fully autonomous. Also presented at the Zhuhai Airshow were new air and ship-launched ballistic missiles capable of threatening Taiwan's and the U.S. Navy. The H-6K bomber from Zin Aircraft Corporation arrived with 2 large missiles. Although they remain unidentified, they strongly resemble second-generation short-range ballistic missiles possibly developed by Kazakh. The H-6K can carry up to 4 such missiles with an estimated launch range of over 480 kilometers, and if they reach near hypersonic speeds, they may pose a greater threat than currently deployed anti-ship cruise missiles. This includes the 250-mile range subsonic KC missile and the supersonic YJ-12. The threat to ships of China's potential adversaries also grew with 2 more new anti-ship ballistic missiles discovered by journalists: the CAC YJ-21, a 2-stage missile seen launched in 2021 from a Chinese cruiser, and the newly revealed Kazakh CM-103, which resembles early versions of the US Raytheon SM-6 surface-to-air missile. The actual range of these missiles is not disclosed, but a future ballistic SM-6 version for the US Army may have a range around 2,000 kilometers. Another high-profile debut was the YJ-700, an upgraded long-range high-speed UAV. It is claimed to be more flexible and intelligent and includes new features such as self-detection mode, autonomous in-out movement, one-click takeoff, and auto-return landing, which greatly improve system reliability, reduce pilot workload, and simplify maintenance for ground crews. The upgraded YJ-700 can be equipped with several advanced missiles, onboard electro-optical gear, SAR radar, electronic surveillance radar, and other early warning, reconnaissance, and security systems. In addition to several types of reconnaissance payloads, the YJ-700 can carry glide bombs, air-to-ground missiles, anti-radiation and anti-ship missiles, and other onboard weapons for long-range surface target strikes. Along with the YJ-700, the Skyhawk returned, dubbed the Chinese X-47B by internet users. It is a high-ceiling reconnaissance platform with high stealth, autonomy, endurance, and multi-role capability. It is mainly used for long-range tactical reconnaissance in close combat or high-threat battlefield penetration missions, and also to provide effective all-around intelligence for command decisions and precision strikes. What impresses you most about China's defense industry achievements? Join the conversation, comment and subscribe.